For Drake, J. Cole, and any other rapper who really thought 2026 was gonna be their year, yeah, that dream might be over. With the hints flying around, the warnings dropping left and right, and the industry whispers getting louder, it's looking like something big is about to shake up the game. Before we even go deeper, you already know what to do. Hit that like button because what we just found out changes everything. Any rapper trying to rebuild their name this year, grab the spotlight, and maybe even crown themselves the best rapper alive, better think twice. That title's not up for grabs because Kendrick Lamar is coming back in 2026, and from the looks of it, he's not playing around. The leaks, the insider reports, and even a few cryptic industry moves, it's all pointing to one thing: Kendrick's about to reclaim the throne like never before. All the signs are there. It's shaping up to be Kendrick's most powerful and unstoppable year yet. His return is being set up in ways the rap world hasn't seen in a long time, and the excitement's already shaking the scene. But while the hype grows, there's also this crazy tension rising, especially from fans of the other sides of the big three, who are desperate to see Kendrick's downfall. They're loud, they're bold, and they think their favorite rappers are finally about to take over. But no matter how loud they scream or how wild their theories get, there's one truth they can't escape. Kendrick Lamar's comeback is inevitable. It's not just talk anymore. The word on the street is that new Kendrick music could be dropping in just a few weeks, right when some of the biggest names in rap are lining up to release their own projects. It's about to be chaos in the hip-hop world, and Kendrick's return might just flip everything upside down. Whether it's J. Cole or Drake, the way everything is unfolding right now is wild. Something major is brewing behind the scenes. And before diving into the confirmed leaks and what's really been happening, there's a lot that fans should have already caught if they've been paying attention. This week alone, Drake's been busy juggling two big moves. He's tied up in another lawsuit and teasing his upcoming Iceman album at the same time. Meanwhile, J. Cole's The Fall Off album is finally around the corner, and he's already shaking things up by calling himself the best rapper alive on Disc 2, Track 2. That claim alone set off a whole storm online. Everyone's debating whether Cole can actually back that up and how he plans to move forward from here in his career. But while all that noise surrounded Drake and Cole, two big developments quietly came from Kendrick Lamar's camp, and that's where things get really interesting. For the first time in this entire decade, Kendrick finally had one of his certifications updated. Now, whether this move came from him directly, from his PG Lang or Top Dog Entertainment team, or even another business partner, it's huge news for hip-hop. After years of waiting, Kendrick's 2011 debut album, Section 80, is now officially certified platinum. That's right, his very first album just hit that mark in 2026. And if the rest of his catalog gets rechecked, every single Kendrick project would now stand as platinum certified. It's like someone sending a signal to the industry, a quiet but powerful reminder that something serious is about to go down. And it doesn't stop there. Kendrick's longtime friend and GNX collaborator, J3, jumped in with a bold post that had fans losing it. He wrote, "Just so you know, that was something light the homie gave y'all. Kendrick is not done yet." The light he's talking about refers to GNX, and that line alone sent fans spiraling. When someone who's known Kendrick his whole life and even appeared on his last album says he's not done yet, that's not random, it's a warning. Right now, while some people are trying to act like Kendrick's falling back or hiding because of Drake and Cole's comebacks, his circle is out here dropping hints that he's just getting started. Something big is moving under the surface, and when it finally drops, the whole rap world's gonna feel it. And speaking of that, this isn't just some random person talking. We're hearing from someone who's known Kendrick Lamar his entire life, who worked with him on his last album and even said they recorded way more songs together than whatever got released. That same person is now saying Kendrick's got a much bigger plan in motion and that there's way more music coming our way. Honestly, no one should be shocked. Kendrick's always been a few steps ahead of everyone else. But this part right here is key, especially with how some fans are acting lately. There's a crowd of Drake and J. Cole supporters who really believe their favorites are about to take over and run the rap scene in 2026. It's almost the same delusional energy we saw back in 2024 when people tried to convince themselves that Drake or Cole were on Kendrick's level, or even close. Let's be real though, no one moves like Kendrick Lamar, and deep down, they know it. And now when you look at this bigger plan that's starting to unfold, things start getting wild. What I'm about to break down is pretty much 100% confirmed, unless I say otherwise. These details all come from a trusted industry insider who's been on fire lately with accurate leaks. In the last week alone, this same source dropped info that turned out to be spot on. They said Harry Styles was about to announce a new album and drop a single. And guess what? Both happened exactly as predicted. Then that same leaker nailed another one, calling that Don Toliver would announce his new album on Thursday, January 22nd. And sure enough, that came true too. So when this person talks, the industry listens. Now here's where it gets even crazier, because this insider didn't just stop with those names. They also leaked a list showing the order of major artists set to drop soon. And yes, Kendrick's name is right there among the biggest of them all. Something massive is lining up for 2026, and it looks like Kendrick's about to set the whole scene on fire again. So here's where things get even more interesting. On this massive upcoming rap release calendar, there's a mysterious slot sitting right between Don Toliver's project and Drake's Iceman. And guess who's rumored to be filling that space with a blockbuster drop? None other than Baby Keem, who's finally about to release his first album in 5 years. That alone is huge. Fans have been starving for new Keem music, and it looks like the wait might finally be over. Now, what really makes this all sound legit is how accurate this insider has been lately. Every single prediction from this leaker has turned out to be 100% true so far. So when they say Baby Keem's up next, it's definitely worth paying attention to. But it doesn't stop there. This same source also broke another bombshell detail. Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar were spotted in New York just the other night filming a music video inside a taxi. Yeah, that's right, a full-on video shoot in the streets of NYC. And then, right after that report dropped, official photos surfaced online showing exactly that, Kendrick and Keem out working. So at this point, there's no denying it. They're outside, they're focused, and they're clearly putting the final touches on something big. This isn't just random studio time. This looks like a real rollout in motion. What's even more telling is the way this year's major rap releases, like Don Toliver's and now Keem's, are being handled. You can see the planning and strategy behind the scenes. More vinyls are being produced, visuals are being shot early, and entire campaigns are being built around each drop. These aren't quick throwaway releases, they're events. And all this buildup, especially around Baby Keem, just screams that something major is about to explode onto the scene. Whatever he and Kendrick are cooking up, it's about to shake the rap game for real. Now here's where things start getting wild, because some huge info just dropped. And if you're Drake or J. Cole, you might want to start getting nervous. From everything being said, Baby Keem's new project is looking like it's gonna drop right in the middle of both The Fall Off and Iceman. That's right, it's landing smack between their rollouts, and it's set up to cause real disruption. If there's even one track on that album that hits as hard as Family Ties with Kendrick, then Cole and Drake won't be able to ignore it, no matter what moves they make. This could completely hijack the spotlight. And when it comes to Kendrick Lamar's role in all of this, things get even more exciting. Before breaking down what we already know about his upcoming songs and live performances, yeah, there are multiple lined up for 2026. Let's pause for a second to see the bigger picture. What's happening right now feels like one of the most defining moments hip-hop's had in years. We're entering an era that's shaping up to be just as pivotal as those legendary beef years, only this time, it's on a grander scale. Drake and J. Cole are both clearly moving like they're trying to get their licks back, trying to prove themselves again after the waves Kendrick made the last time he took over. But here's the thing, it feels like deja vu. Think back to the Certified Lover Boy and Donda era, when all that chaos was going down between Drake and Kanye. Right in the middle of that storm, Kendrick and his PG Land crew launched phase 1 of their takeover plan. While the two biggest names in rap were busy trading shots, Kendrick was out there building something brand new, turning Baby Keem into a legitimate superstar with his own lane. And we all saw how that played out. While Drake and Kanye dominated the headlines, Keem dropped the melodic Blue, and Family Ties exploded, becoming one of the most iconic songs of that entire era. It wasn't just another hit, it was a statement. So now, if Kendrick and Keem are coming back again, right as Drake and Cole drop, it feels like history's about to repeat itself, but on a much bigger, louder, and more calculated level. That's just straight facts. Looking back at that whole era, you can see how perfectly Kendrick Lamar played the game. He drew up a master plan that turned Baby Keem into a real star, delivered one of the biggest records of the entire decade, and then used that momentum to launch the Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers era. Every move was calculated, every moment lined up perfectly, and now it's crystal clear why Drake and Cole might have made a mistake with their drawn-out big spectacle rollouts. Because every time they try to make these massive, career-defining moments, Kendrick steps in and flips the spotlight right back on himself. He's got this rare power to take the entire rap world's attention and bend it his way, no matter what else is happening. And if what we saw with Baby Keem's first PG Lang album was just the beginning, then the ceiling on what they can pull off this time is insane. Back then, they proved how far their reach could go, but now it's about to get way more strategic and way more dangerous for the competition. Kendrick isn't just dropping music, he's setting up chess moves months ahead of everyone else. Here's where it gets wild, because this next move from Kendrick might be his most diabolical yet. Instead of jumping into the spotlight himself right away, he's setting up a comeback moment for Baby Keem where he carries the torch first. This time around, Kendrick won't even need to do most of the heavy lifting. It's his cousin who's stepping into the ring, ready to show the world he's got real superstar potential. And seriously, is the world even ready for what Keem's about to do next? With Keem's album set to drop before Kendrick's next one, the plan is clear as day. Kendrick is letting his family shine first, all while using that momentum to position himself right against Drake and Cole without saying a word. That level of confidence says it all. Kendrick doesn't just believe in his own dominance, he believes in the empire he's built around him. Kendrick Lamar has nothing left to prove against Drake or J. Cole. Nothing. He's already done it all. And now it's not even about proving a point anymore. What's wild, though, is that Kendrick clearly believes Baby Keem can go head-to-head with them too. You don't put your protege in a high-stakes moment like this unless you truly believe he's ready to dominate. That alone says everything about how much trust Kendrick has in Keem's talent and how confident he is in the long-term vision. Right now, Kendrick is using this fall-off and Iceman window not just to drop his own music, but to execute a long-standing plan, one that could reshape the entire hip-hop hierarchy. His goal seems clear: to solidify Baby Keem as the perfect number 2 in his empire, a true extension of his legacy. And when you really look at the way things are moving, it's starting to seem like Kendrick is trying to replace the old Big 3 with a new one, made up of himself, Baby Keem, and Doechii. That's a total power shift, one that puts full control of the culture right in Kendrick's hands. And honestly, just thinking about it, there's no reason to doubt him. Every time Kendrick and PG Lang set their sights on something, they pull it off and then take it even further than anyone expected. From creative rollouts to game-changing visuals, they've always played the long game perfectly, and this next move looks like their boldest yet. But it gets even better. The newest reports spilling out about Baby Keem's album are starting to paint a full picture of what's coming, and it's massive. According to leaks from credible insiders, we now know what Kendrick's first new pieces of music since 2025 are gonna look like. The details say there will be at least 2 brand new songs featuring none other than Baby Keem. That means Kendrick's not just returning, he's doing it side by side with family, ready to remind everyone who really runs this rap game. So here's what's being said, and it's sounding serious. Reports claim that on Baby Keem's upcoming project, Kendrick Lamar is handling the hook on one track, while the other is a full-on rap cut where he's spitting bars from start to finish. And here's where it gets really interesting. One of those verses apparently includes a mention of The Shining, but other insiders are saying that Kendrick is actually referencing Ryan Coogler's upcoming film Sinners, which honestly makes way more sense. Considering the creative history between Kendrick and Ryan, remember their massive collaborations in the past. It fits perfectly for the moment we're in right now. These new reports are piecing together a clear timeline of how everything's unfolding, and it's starting to look like the return of Kendrick Lamar is being built step by step with laser precision. The leaks aren't just random, they're calculated teases designed to send a message across the entire rap world. And if you're a Drake or J. Cole fan, you've gotta be feeling that tension creeping in. Because let's be real, if Kendrick's already moving into the next phase of his career where he's setting up a full-blown second generation of his musical dynasty, that's a level of power that's almost untouchable. Think about it. While the others are busy plotting out release dates and long album rollouts, Kendrick's already playing the bigger game. He's building something that lasts beyond trends, beyond charts, beyond competition. The fact that he's willing to let Baby Keem take center stage right now shows just how unbothered he is. He doesn't need to chase numbers or prove himself. He's already proved time and time again that he's on a different level entirely. And the power play here couldn't be clearer. Between the timing, the collaborations, and the messaging, Kendrick's setting up to remind everyone he's still the top dog of this entire generation. So when the Fall Off and Iceman finally drop, Kendrick won't just be watching from the sidelines. He'll be moving strategically around them, dropping when he wants, how he wants, and once again showing the world why he's not just the best rapper alive, but the cultural leader hip-hop needs right now. What's wild about all this is that no matter how it plays out, however Kendrick Lamar chooses to shape the next phase of his career, it's bound to ruffle feathers, because either way, he's about to shake the entire rap world again. One option, he drops a completely insane lyrical track, one of those moments where his verse alone makes everyone stop and rethink what rapping even means. The other, he goes the opposite direction and drops a massive hit record, something that dominates every playlist, chart, and TikTok feed for months. And honestly, either way, it's bad news for the competition, because in this era where Drake and J. Cole are battling for that top commercial spot, Kendrick's about to remind everyone that they still can't outdo him. Not lyrically, not creatively, and definitely not in cultural impact. Just imagine if he pulls a move like dropping another Not Like Us, another The Hillbillies, or something with the same spark as Family Ties from back in 2021, a song that's not only a chart-dominating hit, but also filled with the kind of sharp, intelligent lyricism that leaves other rappers scrambling to keep up. That's the kind of double impact only Kendrick can pull off. And the leaks we've been hearing just make this even more exciting. The reports that Kendrick's doing the hook on one track and then going full bars on another with a reference to Sinners show that he's stepping into two completely different creative lanes at once. That means we're about to see him operating on multiple levels, balancing catchy mainstream energy with pure, unfiltered hip-hop excellence. At the very least, we can say this confidently. Kendrick's about to flex every side of his artistry. He's going to move like a musician who can play in the same space as global pop stars, because he knows how to turn hip-hop into something that resonates far beyond the genre. But at the same time, he's going to deliver some of the rawest, most authentic rap performances we've heard in years. It's that balance that makes him unstoppable. He can touch the charts and touch the culture in the same breath. When this next wave hits, it's not just going to be a comeback, it's going to be a statement that Kendrick Lamar is still the standard everyone else is chasing. Because let's be real, when Kendrick Lamar grabs that mic and starts rapping, the whole game feels it. Every single time he steps up, the entire genre shakes. Artists start rethinking their strategies, fans get emotional, and everyone's forced to face the truth. Kendrick is still the king, period. And what makes this moment even more electric is the timing. The hype around Iceman and the Fall Off has turned 2026 into one of the most competitive years hip-hop's had in a long time, and you can feel that energy in the air. That's why now more than ever, it's time to keep your eyes locked on Kendrick's next move, because it's clear he and Baby Keem are setting up something massive behind the scenes. Whatever they've got cooking isn't just another collab or rollout, it's a full-scale shift that's gonna ripple across the entire rap landscape for the rest of the year. And honestly, with all the incredible projects lined up for 2026, this one still feels like the one that could change everything. This upcoming Baby Keem album might be the single most exciting release of the year, not just for what it means for him personally, but for what it represents for the future of hip-hop itself. The potential ceiling here is wild. If things go the way they're setting them up, this could reshape the way people think about rap for the next decade, through both Kendrick's master plan and Keem's rise. Baby Keem has a real shot to hit that level of true superstardom that only a handful of artists ever reach. And the craziest part? The only other artist who might be on that same trajectory right now is Doechii. Kendrick clearly knows what he's doing. He's building something much bigger than just a label. Between PG Lang and TDN, they formed what looks like a full-blown coalition, a movement with one shared goal: to push the culture forward and redefine what
modern hip-hop can be. Every move feels intentional, every connection feels strategic, and the message is clear: Kendrick and his team aren't just trying to compete, they're trying to take full control of the future of rap. And here's where everything starts to connect. Because what Kendrick Lamar, Baby Keem, and Doechii are building isn't just a series of albums. It's starting to look like a full cultural blueprint. You can feel it in how every move lines up. It's like they're setting up an entire new chapter for hip-hop, one built around creativity, independence, and real artistry. 2026 isn't just about dropping music anymore. It's about taking back control of the narrative, and Kendrick's leading the charge once again. Word around the industry is that PG Lang and TDE have been operating like a think tank lately. They've been bringing producers, writers, and visual directors under one roof, people who normally wouldn't even work in the same room. That's how serious this is getting. From what's being whispered, Kendrick's next rollout isn't going to be the traditional single-album tour routine. It's being described as an experience, something that will blur the line between film, fashion, and music all at once. And if you think that sounds far-fetched, just remember, this is the same team that turned Black Panther the album into a cultural moment, not just a soundtrack. They've done this before, only this time it's fully under Kendrick's vision, with zero restrictions from labels or outside forces. That's the scary part for every other artist out there, because when Kendrick has total freedom, he doesn't just compete, he redefines the entire genre. At the same time, Baby Keem's evolution is going to play a huge role in that strategy. Insiders are saying that the upcoming visuals for his album are being directed by one of the biggest names in film right now, someone who's worked with both Kendrick and Ryan Coogler in the past, so imagine how cinematic that's going to be. Every sign points to Keem stepping into a global spotlight, one that's going to set him apart from every other young rapper in the game right now. And then there's Doechii. Her name's being whispered right alongside theirs for a reason. Reports say she's sitting on an entire album ready to drop mid-year, right between Keem's and Kendrick's releases. That timing isn't random. It's part of a bigger rollout designed to keep PG Lang and TDE dominating every season of 2026. When you line all these puzzle pieces up, the picture becomes crystal clear. Kendrick's not just planning a comeback, he's orchestrating a takeover. By the end of this year, we might be watching the official birth of a new hip-hop dynasty, and it's one built entirely on his terms. And now, as everything comes full circle, the real weight of what Kendrick Lamar is pulling off starts to hit. This isn't just another rollout, it's an entire shift in power. The moves being made right now aren't random, they're precise, like pieces on a chessboard that have been years in the making. Every leak, every teaser, every sighting, it's all part of the setup for a cultural earthquake that's about to shake hip-hop to its core. From the sound of things, Kendrick's not even trying to compete with Drake and J. Cole anymore. He's playing on a completely different field now. While they're chasing commercial numbers and streaming milestones, Kendrick's building legacy, something untouchable. What's crazy is how quietly he's been doing it too. No drama, no gimmicks, just pure strategy and execution. And you can feel the tension in the industry. Everyone knows something's coming, but no one knows when or how it's gonna hit. What's even insane is that insiders are saying there's more music from Kendrick than anyone realizes. Apparently, he's sitting on several unreleased tracks, and not just rough cuts. These are finished songs, each one with its own concept and world attached to it. Some are rumored to be experimental, pushing hip-hop into brand new sonic territory, while others are said to have that classic Lamar edge that made Damn and To Pimp a Butterfly timeless. If even half of that's true, we're looking at another masterpiece in the making. And let's not forget, Baby Keem's rollout is still only the first wave of the plan. Once that album drops and sets the tone, it's gonna open the floodgates for everything else PG Lang and TDE have lined up. Doechii's mid-year drop, Kendrick's potential late summer release, it's all connected. This isn't coincidence, it's structure. Kendrick's building a full takeover that runs like a well-oiled machine. By the time 2026 closes out, hip-hop might not look the same. Drake and Cole will have their moments, sure, but Kendrick's about to remind everyone that he's not just an artist, he's a movement. And this next wave with Baby Keem and Doechii, it's proof that Kendrick's not just thinking about now, he's building the future, one flawless move at a time. And here we are, the final piece of the puzzle. Everything that's been building up through 2026 is finally leading to this moment. The stage is set, the tension is real, and every sign points to one truth. Kendrick Lamar is about to close out this year in legendary fashion. What he's doing isn't just another comeback, it's the creation of a new era, one that fuses art, storytelling, and strategy like no one else in the game can even come close to matching. From Section 8 all the way to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, Kendrick's been rewriting the rules every single time. But now, with PG Lang running at full speed and Baby Keem and Doechii right beside him, this next chapter feels different. It feels historic. The energy surrounding this rollout is electric, and every drop of information just adds more fuel to the fire. Fans are already calling this the biggest cultural reset since To Pimp a Butterfly, and honestly, they might be right. Because when Kendrick moves, the whole industry shifts. He doesn't chase trends, he makes them. He doesn't follow the hype, he creates it. And with the combined strength of PG Lang and TDE working as one unstoppable unit, 2026 is starting to feel less like a normal year for hip-hop and more like the birth of a movement that'll be studied for years to come. What's coming next isn't just about who sells the most or who charts higher, it's about who changes the culture. And if you've been watching closely, you already know who's about to do that. Whether it's through Keem's explosive new sound, Doechii's fearless creativity, or Kendrick's unmatched storytelling, they're all locked in, focused, and ready to take the crown as the next generation rulers of hip-hop. So as the dust starts to settle and the music begins to drop, remember this moment, because it's the turning point, the start of something massive. Kendrick Lamar isn't just returning, he's redefining what a rap legacy even looks like. And if you've been riding through this journey with us, don't just sit on the sidelines. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment below with your thoughts. Let's hear it. Who do you think is ready to rise, and what move do you think Kendrick's gonna pull next? Because one thing's for sure, 2026 belongs to him, and the takeover has officially begun.